Hey everybody, this is Gracious Warrior. We're back. Sorry I've been missing a bunch of videos going out to you. It's been busy and crazy with the corona and doing jobs and stuff. Haven't even been able to upload for Modern Warfare. But I'm going to start doing a bunch of different review stuff, all types of things. But we're going to start with the top 3 first-person shooters on PS4 right now in these companies because they've been around since PS2, PS3. But we're going to talk about the top 4 for PS4 because we know PS5 is coming out real soon, and I know a lot of people are upset about that in the sense that they feel like it's going to be a weaker system than the new Xbox, but they're wrong. We know it because they tried to say that for PS4, and yet PS4 has made more sales. So, with that being said, we're going to go into the top 3. So, let's get started. First question coming.
Yeah, so we're going to ask 3 or 4 questions that I found on various Sony and Microsoft chat forums, and I'm just going to ask the most popular. So the first question was, which game out of the Battlefield, Rainbow Six, or the Call of Duty multiplayer series has the best multiplayer game engine, and which one is the most sensitive?
To be real, for a long time, it was actually Battlefield was holding in there for a while. I'm going to put the other ones down for now. Battlefield was actually holding in there for a long time because they had the most amount of people that could play, 60 players against 60 to 100. They were keeping the faster game frame rates, even in PS3, to 30 to 60, depending on your system capability and internet. And they had high customizations for the modern style games like Battlefield 3 and 4, which were really good to make. And Call of Duty was struggling with that to compete in that way. But in the other ways, Call of Duty was winning in the tournaments and everything else. But for server handling, they were winning by DICE. But within this past year and a half, even last year, because this came out in 16, and their other one that they released the last 2 years did not hold up. Call of Duty Modern Warfare that just came out last year, and then the years before that they had World War II and they had Black Ops 4. They were whooping because they were increasing the customizability, and in 4 you could do competitive to like Fortnite, do 100 people surviving in one area that is massive, and you could collect weapons and everything. Rainbow was on its own thing since 15 with the best setups in the sense of more tactical, so like clan-based styles. Like tournaments were happening because of this, and it's been around 15 and they've still releasing DLC to this point. So Ubisoft has been whooping it in the sense of, let's have the closest tactical realistic experience. You could grapple up buildings upside down, you could hang right ways, you could armor up walls so that people would have to use different types of C4 like in the real world to go through metal. You could shoot through walls with shotguns and have new entries, or break it with your gun. Shoot through floors, C4 floors, and enter new areas. Like, there was all kinds of setups that were based on real military for all the different countries. So you had Germany, France, and Ireland, and they kept bringing more. And then they used USA for different groups and specialized operators.
All right. So the second question we had on the forum was, which game has the most, or in your opinion, the best customizable options in the multiplayer server? I guess I would say that's meant by like the multiplayer game server lobbies, like when you're in game, picking things and yeah.
So Battlefield had that for forever. They had the most. Even Battlefield 1 here for World War II edition, they still had the most ability for like customizing things and openness. But Call of Duty was catching up in Black Ops 4, but now in this day and age for today and last year, Modern Warfare, the newest one, has the highest. Most customizability of all. You even are competing more to like Fortnite in the sense of a battle pass, but without the battle pass, you could still earn everything without paying money, or you could pay money to get special like outfits and special like customization. But that's all it is, not guns that you have to pay for like some of the other games do even. But this one even was teaching, so Rainbow was teaching Call of Duty companies how to actually do proper operators with new content with their guns, instead of new guns put into supply drops like Activision's been doing forever and overcharging us. Activision can go pound sand and stick it in your pipe and smoke it. That's how I feel about you. But Ubisoft pretty much taught them how to do it right, because that's why they've been keeping people for so many years. But this one did even better because they now have cross-platform to compete with Fortnite. And with Warzone just coming out, which I'm hoping to do some videos soon because I'm stuck into my own job now. I can't even leave where I work because of the corona. stupid Corona. Put a lime in it. That's what I say. You can now, besides the regular customization that's 60 plus for your guns and everything else, but you can customize your character. You don't have to buy it to progress forward. It's your choice for things, for earning things. It's
So
just given to you.
So it doesn't really take forever to actually earn something.
Right. Like
Okay.
you don't need a supply drop to get something new. You can
Okay.
just earn the money or the credits in the game, just like Fortnite does by playing, and then get it when you want it.
So
Or you can get it faster if you want. That's what this did too. You could earn money digitally, or you could put your own money in and buy it sooner. It was your choice.
okay.
But they only did operators that came with new weapons. They didn't do just here's new weapons and make you buy it.
So you're
It's operator based, just like this is now.
so you're saying that those two were more or less done the right way, and Battlefield 1 was more or less pay to play, or
Yeah, it was pretty much pay to play because they would bring out new DLC, and that's the fastest way to get new things.
okay. So the third question we came up with was, well, based upon what you thought was your favorite out of these three, it sounds like it's COD.
Yeah,
The
to this
re-
point, because you got the 60 frames per second
Okay.
and cross-platform, where you can have a friend like who's doing the camera playing Xbox or something,
Yeah.
or someone doing computer, and you can play.
You were talking about how
This
Rainbow does squad play. Is
Yes.
that unique to that game?
this has it too. The difference is you can play solo on this and not worry too much because it's based on kill death ratio and your internet ability. This was solely based on internet ability, so you would get sweaties in there, and if you didn't have squads, you were losing hard because you had to communicate through microphones to win. It was
Okay.
5-on-5, and it was intense games. Like, I have all the videos. You can look them in the past. I mean, they were intense. You can see me playing and going ham, like having to do aces solely, but it's hard. This, I could play and just get tons of kills and not worry and boost my KD and still have a good time, even if I didn't have friends playing.
Okay, so final question. You've more or less outlined what the remaster of Modern Warfare does and what it does well, and along with Rainbow Six Siege, what is that, 2?
That's the first. That's just Rainbow Six Siege. It's been around since 05.
Oh.
2015, I mean.
Right, yeah. Okay, so, well, out of these three, we noticed you have Battlefield 1. People might ask, okay, out of outlining these three, why is Battlefield 1 in there, and what do you like and not like about it?
Okay, it's in there because it's representing Battlefield as a whole on the ability of multi amounts of people playing and how well they kept it with even 30 to 60 frames per second for clarity. But also it's in there because it's the most unique. It's a World War I game. No other games I know did that. Even Medal of Honor didn't do that. They did Modern and they did World War II, just like Call of Duty used to do. Like they did World War II recently, but then they had in the past 1, 2, and 3 that were World War II. But and 3 was really good, by the way. But I'm pretty sure that my buddy behind the camera is gonna say 2 was the best because that was
It was
it was really good.
It was pretty awesome.
But this has Red Baron on it, so it was accurate to World War One. Also, the map locations were very accurate, and they even used real historical facts about why there's an African American male on the front. Because in America, they used them,
There was an American
and they fought to
Yeah.
survive, to keep our country safe. But not a lot of people wanted it to be known.
I believe they were called
since the 40s.
They were called
and the 20s.
I think they were called the Harlem Fighters.
But
I
either way,
believe they
like
were.
this talks about it and the historical facts behind it. Like
Yeah.
they used people from National Geographic, from past historical documents, and the people that did this for the game were getting shut down by the Democrats and everybody that didn't want certain info released because they felt like it was going to embarrass the historical stuff because they realized that they were hiding it from the citizens for so long about what happened in World War One. Like this
Sure.
was very accurate in this game about what really went down in World War One.
Well, the one thing about the Harlem Fighters was that when they came back from the war, it didn't really change the amount of racism was in this country. So that might have been what the government was a little bit sensitive about, and I guess for good reason, because what those men did was very, very honorable, and they came back to a nation that wasn't exactly completely, I don't know,
happy with them.
happy with them. So
for fighting for their.
Anyway, that's been the end of this
Yep.
video, and
But definitely gonna tell you, Modern Warfare or Rainbow is where you should go if you want to get good at customizability and heavy duty play for realism. But this and Battlefield, you really can't change the joystick layout. Like if you wanted to play on other games, this can keep the feel if you came from a different game system and a different video game that was first person that let you customize your joysticks. because Call of Duty's always had that. That's why it's even better. Thank you. We're gonna see more videos coming. Bye.